record. Hey,
Yeah, actually.
Couch on
I
Fire
told you it was coming.
podcast, where I'm still wearing the same shirt.
Welcome to Couch on Fire podcast. I'm still wearing the same shirt too because we just we roll through on the stream and we click the recording button.
Yes, so
That's our
hence
separation.
the people that are listening to us, if you don't watch our Twitch stream, you miss out on a lot of extra content. I'm just saying.
Ten, about 10 minutes
Yeah.
each
And then
week.
every time Alex walks away, I just keep fucking talking about dumb shit. So
I'm like trying to handle biological necessities, check in on Ari, like handle things. I was like, oh, I got it.
fuck it.
And I've got the helm.
Dude, so I called Alex earlier and he was eating Taco Bell,
Yep. I was in the middle of a
which
gordita crunch, something cheesy gordita crunch. It's the 10 spot, just a single item of it. It's my first time with it, and it was delicious.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I'm gonna say this. I don't. I understand there's a lot of good food places. Don't get me wrong, restaurants are great. We'll talk about it in a second. But Taco Bell, hands down, my favorite. Now I would say the
That's
best.
because Yum Foods puts methadone in everybody's Taco Bell. Hi,
Yeah.
Hatrio. Uh,
No, but Taco Bell to me is just I when you can like okay, so this is how I look at music real quick. If I can listen to if I like 1 to 4 songs on an album, it's a successful album. So to
yeah,
me, Taco Bell, if I can order anything on that menu, I mean any fast food place I can get, I love it. I go. I mean, I don't know. Taco Bell's just. I'm sorry. I was thinking about food. I'm hungry. I'm fat.
yeah. That's a weird thing about the Taco Bell menu. Like everything is good, but again, I think it's because of the methadone that Yum Foods put in its ingredients.
Now you
Uh,
say it seriously. Is it? Are you lying now?
yeah, no, that's total bullshit. I have no idea,
Oh,
but
okay.
god damn it, it feels like it.
Dude, man, that fucking. Well, I'm gonna tell you something that's not on the menu
You
anymore,
you
but I
try
still.
telling a white woman in America that was delightful. You try telling a white woman in America that she can't have Taco Bell anymore, and you look at her face. She'll slap you across yours.
At that moment, I was praying that my wife would walk in and I would tell her because I literally said after I told you, I literally said after this podcast, I'm going to Taco Bell just because I saw you eating it. Anyway, yes, food in America. God, I love America. Maybe it's because I'm just used to it.
Uh, no, it's actually because we stole everybody else's. Uh,
Yeah, you know. Well, what
uh,
would you like? Real Mexicans they don't like Taco Bell. Well, at least the ones that I've talked to, they're like,
yeah,
"Are you
no, because
kidding
it's
me?
trash. Like they don't eat that.
No, that is a commercialized, fast
It's
taco.
over
It's just
processed and undercooked. Like
well, I
if
feel
you
like
want
old.
good quality food, you need to cook for 2 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Period. If you
No,
want mediocre quality food, do it for an hour. If you want
but if
something
you want
fast, you go to Taco Bell.
you want something, we're not sponsored by the way. But if Taco Bell, if you ever want to sponsor us,
I'll say no. I actually will.
Alex will say no, but I will jump through hoops if I got free taco. Just saying.
No, no, I have no desire to have any interaction with the people that supply food to Pizza Hut for the rest of my
Oh,
lifetime.
oh yeah,
No interaction
Pizza
whatsoever.
Hut. So let's talk about this Pizza Hut situation.
You know, it got tore down, right?
Oh, I saw it. I know.
Yeah,
It was kind of symbolic, but then it was like seems about right. I saw
yeah,
it. Now it's a Dunkin' Donuts. So Alex has worked. Well, people don't know. Alex was a chef at an Italian restaurant. Weren't
I
you a
don't know
cook
about
there?
chef.
What did you do there? I thought you cooked.
Uh, I at Sapporo de Mare.
Yeah.
No, I was wait staff.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Okay. But you worked in did you work in the restaurant industry before that, or?
It was Pizza Hut. I've done actually a bunch of food and restaurant gigs uh, throughout like Joppa and Bel Air.
Yeah.
About the most I'll say nice it got was Sean Boland's in Bel Air.
Yeah. What'd you do there?
Line cook and dishwash. My mom was friends with the owner because she actually trained him when she was managing Bill Bateman's down on One. So
Okay.
she trained this kid, and he ended up buying his own restaurant. Uh, and I was friends with him by correlation, I guess.
Yeah.
The transitive property, math nerds. Uh,
Well, dude, but okay. So while you're like, what was your experiences cooking in like an bar and grill? What was your experience? What like?
that one I actually learned a lot. The oh, I can do the pan flip thing that like you see famous chefs do on TV. I can do that.
Well, with what? Because I can do it with certain things. Liquid, like
Rob is a badass veteran.
what? Yeah, I am. Yeah, you're damn right. Anyway, with liquid,
Yeah, traditional fry pan.
I can't flip a fucking egg to save my life. So why don't you teach me?
Uh, I haven't done it with eggs. I could do it with a slice of ham. I could do it with pasta. I'm
Yeah.
good. I haven't done it with eggs yet, so you're gonna have to let me figure out how much butter that requires.
Dude, somebody told me because I told him I couldn't, and it might have been at Pizza. Well, we'll get to that in a second. But someone told me that if you practice with a piece of bread, you'll get better at flipping eggs. And
I learned with pasta, and you'd
You
see
learned
that
with
being
pasta.
worse, right?
Yeah, you think so because it's like it's so many. It's not one
Yeah,
solid.
it's not one
It's
single
just
puck. It's a bunch of stuff. The weird
yeah,
thing is, it acts like a fluid, just a really slow and stupid one. So you actually have better control over that than you do a slice of ham, because there are going to be weird singular variables that occur with the slice of ham that throw
yeah.
the whole thing off. It's weird. it's it's
How
a
big was the frying pan? Was it huge? Like,
I've done
just
it with big like wok size motherfuckers, and I've done it with the little 4 inchers. I'm
it's
all
not.
I'm all over the place.
Sorry, that was a. You like those 4 inchers, don't you?
Whacha!
Oh my god. Anyway,
For those
sometimes I
playing the
love
car game, that was definitely a dab that Alex did.
my
Oh,
hair.
I did it.
It moves when I dab. Double dab, double dab.
Oh,
Anyway,
oh, oh.
so the Pizza Hut thing. Let's talk about the Pizza Hut. So you
Oh
worked
man.
at Sean Boland's. You worked at Italian
Sapore.
place.
I
Um,
did Bon Tempos. I did a couple other places.
and then you got the dream job at Pizza Hut.
I came back to Pizza Hut. Actually, that was my second time there.
Okay. So, what people don't know, I moved away. I came back. I've known Alex since fifth grade. But we went our separate ways, like everyone else does after high school, and then we kind of recontinued again because I got a job at Pizza Hut. And were you already there? I don't remember these times, and it was for a reason. But
The
were you already?
second time, I think you were there first.
Okay.
The second time I was there, I think you were already there.
Yeah, because I was there. Derek Worth, a couple other people.
Yeah, yeah.
Were there. And that was great. And that's when yeah, so I was a waiter, he was a cook. And I'm not saying it's challenging, but
Well, I
it,
did both there too.
oh yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah,
Yes, you
I've
did.
done
Yes.
both a
Yep.
couple places.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing you before the first time waiting at Pizza Hut.
Yeah, that's when I first learned, and I would actually wear the uniform for waiting. Then
Yeah.
my second time back, I was like, I literally don't care. You're
Yeah.
I'm back there cooking too. I'm gonna clock in as a cook, and you need help on the floor. That's what I'm here for.
Well, this was
Period. And that was
this
just
was pre
accepted.
this was pre-military for you too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I'd like wipe my hands off on my apron, come out and write orders down, get everybody's drinks, the whole works.
Listen, Pizza Hut it was a good job. It wasn't like,
What?
like what? I thought it
We
was
were
fun.
children. We had
Dude, I
no
mean,
business operating a food place
I'm gonna
at
talk
all.
about let's talk about some personal stuff at Pizza Hut. I started
Uh,
dating a girl that was at Pizza Hut, and let's just say I was I was what you call a shift leader, I guess you would say. I wasn't a manager, but I was like I had
A
keys to the
super.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were a supervisor.
Why they give me keys? I have no idea. But I was dating this girl at the time, so we definitely went to Pizza Hut before hours and after hours. So that was fun.
And beat it out, yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember, and the
I would
funnest
get
part
high
I
in the
think about
freezer.
what was that?
I would get high in the freezer.
Would you, dude? Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That fan was awesome, dude. The filter fucking sucked everything up. All we had to do was carry a fucking piece of like dryer sheet with us,
yeah.
set it up on top of the thing on the suction side, and blow through it. Done.
Oh
It smelled like goddamn mountain lakes in that fucking freezer for so long because of that.
my.
It was between that
It's
and rotting food.
I still for the longest time I had bags, chicken wings and mozzarella sticks
Oh,
that I
yeah.
stole. Like
Dude, those chicken wings. Like my last day, I can't remember who I clocked out on or whatever. Uh, they were just like, here, just take a bunch of shit. You're never coming back here. Get your money's worth, and just handed me a bunch of shit. And I don't remember who it was,
yeah.
or why, but they were just like, take it. You're gonna go serve our country or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you here, man.
Well,
Oh, and they called
like-
me Tuskegee too.
oh my gosh. You
Yeah.
know, I was a waiter, and then they took me off the wait staff because I didn't claim my tips properly. Now, I just want to put this
No
on
one
the
ever
record. No, I want to put this on the record. I did clean my tips properly, but when you're only making $2-3 a day, and they're like, no, you should be making $10, $10. That's when they said, fuck you, become a cook, which was nothing wrong with that. I learned, and then that's when I became a manager because fuck it, I know management, so I was like, I'll just do that.
There was
Um,
never a night I walked out of there with less than $20-30 waiting tables.
Yeah. See,
Like 20s were my low nights. But I knew other people that would walk out of there with $3 total
dude,
working
I
a
must
Friday
have-
night.
I must have sucked ass. I don't know. Well, see, another problem is, so I was only there for like a month and a half, I think. But another problem is that's when I started my whole drug phase, which we'll talk about later in life. But yeah, when I started doing some really bad things, that's when I didn't care and I would just show up. And honestly, I was more worried about going out back than I was actually waiting on tables.
Oh,
And,
do you remember that girl Kim?
The stripper.
She might have been. She was
I
the one
don't
that was
know.
addicted
I
to
don't-
meth.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's not her. But yeah.
Uh, do you remember her nodding out in front of a table that one night? Were you there for that?
I don't know if I was there.
She was out at a table, and I look over from the make table. I'm like, you can't actually be serious. And she was just asleep, standing up,
Yep.
methed out.
Yep.
I I sent her to the back room, said, you sleep this shit off. I've got your tables. If you want the tips, I don't fucking care. Just, you can't interact with customers like that. It's not appropriate.
I was just about to say she still probably made more tips. I don't know what it was. I just sucked. I'm like, that's
No,
nuts.
she got gypped all the time. All the time. And it was because of her fucking meth antics. And her just being a trashy person.
Yeah.
Like, all the time. I was like,
What,
I don't understand. All you gotta do is smile. Honestly.
What was your favorite what was your favorite dish at pizza?
I had done one during one of the training days. We were rolling out the wheat pizzas.
Yeah.
I did a custom one that morning. That was it. It was the wheat pizza, cheese and sauce, but I think like it wasn't just a standard Hawaiian. I think it was bacon, pineapple, and something else.
Yeah.
And it was the best pizza I had had to date.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. You blew my mind. So when you worked at Pizza Hut, you got a free personal pan. And
Oh,
you can
yeah.
have, you can have one topping. So I was like, I'm tired of personal pans. And Alex was like, dude, just take it out of the thing and roll it out. We'll make like
Pizza rolls.
little pizza rolls or a stromboli, little stromboli. Like, what? And then you put I think we put like some kind of there was no they don't have a white pizza. But
Oh
what
yeah,
Alex
no, but we use that Alfredo sauce for the pasta.
Yeah. So you would use the Alfredo sauce with the chicken and the bacon, and we would put cheese, and then we would fold it over, and then we would throw it through the oven. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Oh
amazing!
yeah.
Real Alfredo sauce on a white pizza.
The I'm torn between ricotta and Alfredo. Like I don't know which is better. I tend to go for ricotta more. So like out of proof of action, I'd I'd have to say ricotta, but the Alfredo's
Yeah.
really good.
When I was on, when I was on keto, hence I'm not on keto right now. Long story, but yeah, when I was on keto, one of the meals is you make your
You
own
a
Alfredo.
vegetarian too?
Fuck no. As I say that, I really wish I had a piece of meat, like raw. Like, anyway,
Right?
I would never be a vegetarian. Um, I would get close to it, besides the fact that I love meat. Um, hence why I cut meat before. But yeah, I lost my fucking train of thought. Holy shit.
The Alfredo sauce pizza.
Oh yeah, yeah. Learning how to make your own Alfredo, the easiest thing, delicious. So, just want to throw that out there.
I've never succeeded in making a cream-based sauce from scratch.
Oh my god, heavy whipping cream, butter, Parmesan cheese. That's all you need, and maybe a little bit of oregano. Oh, eh. I put some garlic in mine. I like garlic.
You're not doctoring that enough, I promise.
Oh,
Uh,
well, to
so
me,
now that you've given me that information, I'll try again. I can make a red sauce from scratch, and and take it into the rosé with a heavy meat
okay.
and make it like a fucking rosé bolognese. Like
Yeah.
I can do that from scratch, easy. I can do that blindfolded. Cannot make a white sauce by itself. It comes out bland every time. Like I use too much butter or too little. Like it's just weird.
Well, I really haven't served my stuff to anybody, but to me, it's always good when I cook it.
Well, you're
I,
cooking for you, right?
yeah,
So,
dude,
ooh,
yeah, I am cooking, and I love
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
Dude,
So treat yourself to nice food.
I love cooking. I really do. I think like I can't cook for anybody, but well, for my wife and my daughter. But like I do most of the cooking here. I mean, she bakes a lot, and she follows a good recipe. If there's a recipe written down, she can do it. But I'm the winger. I'm the guy that's like,
That needs fucking cumin.
yeah, yeah. And my palates are not great, so I just kind of wing it. Like I make a killer homemade barbecue sauce. Well, I used to. I haven't did it in a while. It's like, man, I would use like, I would use honey, ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire sauce,
Worcestershire. It's the
Worcestershire.
easiest. It's the
Yeah.
easiest acceptable pronunciation that I've
Yeah.
heard.
I would use apple cider vinegar and a little bit of brown sugar, light brown sugar, and just kind of, it was just good. I loved it, and and I think the Cooking Network really took it to the next level. Just like everybody else in the world, I'll watch it for like 3 or 4 hours, and I think that I'm the Iron Chef. Oh, I can do Chopped, but when it comes push comes to shove, there's just no way.
I don't care to like glaze anything ever.
Yeah.
Like it's like meat side sauce. Like, and it's all tied in, but each is its own flavor set. Like it'll be feta walnut blueberry spinach salad, a little bit of raspberry vinaigrette drizzled over it. It'll
Yeah.
be and the side there will be like applewood smoked bacon mashed potatoes, and uh, like a caprese like tomato and pesto based uh, whatever chicken, I guess, and eat it in any goddamn order. th- they're delicious. I just can't put that kind of like for this single piece of chicken. I need to do these 80 steps. No,
Yeah.
fuck that. I'm gonna cook the goddamn chicken. Like I'm gonna
Oh,
cook
no,
the
you
chicken and I'm gonna put the sauce there.
I was gonna say you break it up. You tackle one thing at a time.
No, I can do the juggling stuff. I just don't want to spend too much time, like
Oh,
my
okay.
personal time,
Oh, okay,
doing
yeah,
that
yeah.
absurd Iron Chef level shit. I just
See,
I want to do other
kinda,
shit.
see, I kind of on the other end of the spectrum. I kind of like taking the time and doing all that because it's like,
I've got a 2 hour window of like my ability to tolerate cooking.
yeah. So it's 1:59.
Well, like, so it's like I gain an hour every day, but the max I can hold at any one time is 2 hours, and I just burn whatever I don't have. It's like use it or lose it. So like the most I can accrue is 2 hours of toleration for cooking, unless it's
Yeah.
been like some huge span of time, like 6 months. I'll spend a 4 to 5 hour session. Every once in a huge while, and then I just don't cook for a while. I'm no hands off. I don't have a
Well,
kitchen for a while.
recently, didn't you? So you and Ari had a company send you something through the mail.
Yeah,
It's
we
like a
did
subscription.
HelloFresh.
Oh, we're dropping names. Bam.
Yeah,
Um.
hashtag not
So yeah, whatever. I was gonna say the same thing, but sometimes my tongue just fucking trips on itself.
spawn.
Yeah. The ladies love it. So do the guys. Uh. um. No, but how was that experience for you?
Uh,
Walk me through this experience. Tell me how was it?
so the ingredients arrived a day late. Um, Not too big of a deal. Everything was pretty fresh. But like, it wasn't as high. Like there was a noticeable level of not decay per se, but it wasn't as fresh as it was yesterday. God damn it! And we're at that stage of the food.
So it was borderline
No, no,
ramen.
it was
No.
still solidly within like tolerable, but like it's just that kind of food where if it's not eaten that day, it's not as good. It's
Turns
still
into
good.
Roman
You can
lettuce.
eat it.
I gotcha. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, romaine. Um, so we got the southwestern pork burgers. That was like the zucchini chips. It's like it baked zucchini chips, and you're like painting this mayonnaise on all the zucchini chips, and then like breading them and then baking them rather than like frying it. So one
Okay.
side's super soft and one side's like super crisp and crunchy. Very weird experiencing that with zucchini. Like if it were a pickle or something, I think it would have been okay. But
So this is something
zucchini
you would.
specifically, I was like, what the fuck? That's a
The,
ah.
so the chips were the side. You don't put it on the burger.
Oh, you were supposed to put some on the burgers,
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
but like they were also the side by design.
Uh-huh.
Um, the instructions were very weirdly worded. Like they got super vague in like 2 or 3 critical steps on both the recipes we got, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? What is that? So like if they could just, cram an extra line in there for clarity,
Well, you
they'd
think
probably be
that
better off.
they'd be smarter if they had a YouTube channel, show everyone step by step how to cook
I
all their
think they
meals.
do. I didn't use the YouTube
Okay.
because the
Well, I was gonna
instruction
say-
card is supposed to be enough. Like that's
Well,
as
yeah, yeah, yeah.
advertised. So like point of pride, we were like, no, we're not going to YouTube for this shit. We're doing it by the card. Like
And the
the
card was
second
fucking
one,
retarded.
it was like, no, fuck the card.
It's like,
Ari picked the first one, and it was good, but it took some doctoring, like
Yeah.
spices and seasonings. The ones my brother got were like, oh no, there was so much flavor. I'm like, dog, that like, I had to make the zucchini chips not taste like bread and zucchini. I did.
I feel like it's very subjective. Like I've seen people that obviously if you watch YouTube and things like that, they sponsor that. They talk about how they love it and stuff. I don't know if they just do it because it's money or they just do it because they actually do like it. But just like everything, it's very subjective. I feel like you might not have had a good experience, but David probably did. And
Yeah.
I don't. My take on it, after hearing you, but also like just before I even heard you, my take. The thing that I like about it, I'll say this: pros and cons. Pro, and it makes you stop what you're doing and cook as a family. Like it feels like it's something you could do with your spouse, your significant
Yeah.
other. Like, oh, let's
Yeah,
do
that
this
was very
together.
cool. Like that
Yeah.
experience part
Yeah.
was very cool.
And it's something new. So it's like, oh, the novelty of something. This is pretty. But the con is you're not always necessarily. I mean, like you said, it could show up late. It is mail, so technically, like
Well,
some
they
of the
have
food
their own
might not.
delivery service, and I might be Amazon, might be UPS. I don't know. I wasn't paying any attention to it. Uh, but like they definitely fucked up David's package. Like it's clearly listed on the instructions, on the receipt, and like on the tracking slip that you could pull up on whatever service it was. And he's like, it clearly says right there, if nobody's fucking home, you were to leave it the fuck there and not take it back to your fucking warehouse. And that's what the guy did. So he had to go track down this soon to be decaying food.
Oh my gosh.
Once he got it, though, he had a great experience and he loved it. And that's not the fault of the company either. That was just that one idiot driver.
Well, how many idiot drivers are out there? I mean, this probably happened. So, I wonder if the company would reimburse you if something happened to your package. I wonder if you talk to them. Hey, this shit happened and I still haven't got it, or I did get it and this is what it looks like. I wonder if they'd be like, oh, well, good customer service. I wanted to be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Here's another one. We'll send it to you ASAP. Or they're just like, oh well, because they probably make a lot of money. I worked at a grocery store and they have the same thing at a grocery store. You can go, and nowadays you can go there and it's like feeds up to 4 to 5 people and it has everything in there, instructions, everything you need. Which to me, I'm a big guy, so it's never enough. But everything you need for a normal size, and you can just take it home. So like,
and the butchers will prepare them.
Yeah.
Like,
so
why would you got that?
Yeah. So why do you have to order them online? I don't know. That's just
the raw, unadulterated laziness of the unfettered American who doesn't want to leave their house right now.
Oh.
There's social unrest. Everybody's fighting. Just turn off the fucking internet.
This is
walk outside. Meet your fucking neighbors, man. Like
this is just a novelty thing. It's just going to be around for a little bit. And I think people, I mean, the whole ordering online and having groceries deliver, I think that's a thing.
I've tried to use Instacart a couple times, and the couple times that I did, like, it wasn't available here.
Yeah.
And then it was like money problems, and now I just like grocery shopping is a thing for us, so we go do it and make it just gas. We fuck with each other.
Well, yeah, I think
a good time.
I think 20-year-olds and stuff, they like to order stuff online, do all that, but I think the older you get, though,
need the help.
Yeah, but the older you get, though, it is enjoyable. It's like an event to go grocery shopping. Like me and my wife, we just sit back, we make a list. I mean, I know it sounds old, but it's an event. You just go. It's just like something you do.
I try to do the list in my phone, and Ari insists on like, no, let me write it down on paper, and then we forget it.
Dude, we write it down on. Well, we write it on a dry erase board, and I take a picture of it.
That'll do. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, but it's just something about it because you discover new things.
Yeah, or you race your son in aisle 3. I totally did that last time.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was like Thursday.
Clean up on aisle 3.
Yeah, because I trashed that little man. Shit talking a 7-year-old aside.
I know we're getting to the time, but there's 2 questions I've been dying to ask you. I always wanted to know that. What is your favorite type of food? And What is your favorite Italian? What is your favorite restaurant? Not fast food place. Restaurant.
So I got to experience Fogo de Chao during Restaurant Week here in Baltimore. This last Restaurant Week. What's that, March? It's like around Mardi Gras or something like that.
Now, is that where they have like the meat come to the table and they slice it for you?
Fuck yeah, doggy.
Oh man, I never had that, but I've wanted to try it.
Dude, I was not prepared for the level of service. I was not prepared for the experience, and I was not prepared for the level of flavor inherent to the fucking meat that would fall like blessed manna from the heavens down onto my plate.
Really?
Yeah, I got lamb, I got goat, I got fucking pig, I got chicken, everything. Like every kind of meat that you could find in America.
Dog. You got it all.
I passed up on, I think it was might have been like lamb or something.
Okay.
I kind of have moral issues with lamb. I'll eat veal because it's delicious, but I have moral issues with lamb because I'm a hypocrite. Uh,
It's okay. Baby
uh,
cow's amazing.
it is. It is. Why the fuck are your babies delicious? Um, like that's just not a good survival strategy. Make them taste like fucking doo doo or something. God damn.
So it's
But
crazy to me
anything.
though. It's crazy that you love Italian, but Foto de Chao is not Italian.
No, it's Brazilian. It's a
So it's
Brazilian
just,
steakhouse.
that's
I
that's cool.
legit. I cried. I actually cried from the raw happiness that I experienced having meat fall like blessed manna from the heavens down onto my plate. And I'm not kidding. Like I got super emotional about it.
Yeah.
Erie made that happen, and I haven't forgiven her because it's been all downhill from there.
Next time I come to Baltimore, we should go.
Oh, you better come during fucking restaurant week, sucker. That's like 240 a plate, unless it's
All
discounted.
right. I'll never go there. Thank you.
Yeah, $60. I think it might have been $60 a plate. I don't know. We got it some retarded discount. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's not mentally handicapped. Next episode of Social Outrage. I swear to God.
Well, let me tell you this. I actually had
it was a really steep discount. Suffice to say.
well, so I'm kind of in the same boat you are. I think I love Italian food myself,
Okay.
but
Is that your favorite kind?
that's my favorite kind of Italian food.
Okay.
Grandfather Italian is great. I love the
Fair.
whole mess of it. We can talk about it forever. But the big thing, restaurant wise, it's honestly a tie between two. Well, it used to be this one. It was a Japanese. It's kind of like a Kobe steakhouse. They cook it in
Yeah.
front of you, but instead you cook it
hibachi.
yourself. Yeah, but you cook it yourself. It's kind of like the melting
So
pot
like
meets grill.
Okay, so a
And-
fondue place meets a hibachi.
Yes. So
Awesome.
it was a place in Hawaii. I think they're starting to pop up, but you literally go there, you sit down, you pick a vegetable, two types of protein, and then whatever else you want. I mean, you could do whatever. And then they have it's like a metal grate. It's like a half circle, and it's like a grill. So you just throw
Yeah.
your meat up on, cook it yourself, and the experience is great. I love doing stuff like that because it interacts at one.
Yeah.
And I experienced beef tongue for the first time, which hands down is amazing. I know it sounds disgusting. You should try some tongue.
I'm not. I don't want to try tongue. I think that's a meat I can live without.
Well, I enjoyed it. So for the longest time, that was my favorite. Until I moved to Charlotte, there is something in it. It's sad because it's been on TV. It's a well-known establishment. It's called
Whataburger.
holy shit. No, not Whataburger. No, it's not this. It's called Cabo Fish Tacos.
Oh
and-
yeah.
Yeah, I went there. I think we went there.
Did we?
Did we go there? Did I take you there? No, I don't know. Did we go there? Because every time someone came and visited me, I took them. So I want to say I did, but I might not have.
I don't think
I know.
I got to go.
No, we didn't have enough time because we went to the arcade. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, but next time you
Yeah,
go, if you
what
ever
was that
go,
place called?
the arcade. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
I was
unfortunately,
expecting
I don't know.
more. It got topped.
Um,
It was awesome, but
yeah,
there
Yeah,
there
it
was
was-
some
it was
baggage
good.
there.
Yeah. But real quick, so this taco. So I've been there 3 times before this event. I always get the fish taco. I mean, it's the shrimp taco. It's amazing. It's good. But I was like,
from the fish taco place, Rob.
actually, no, I'm wrong. I always got the blackened cod taco, which was a fish taco. But this one time I went with
You got the
Devin,
black cod?
the black cod, and then good. It was nice and big. You know what I'm saying? See, you know.
Rock and roll.
Anyway, well, I went there and Devin went with me, and it was just me, Devin, and his wife Melissa, and I decided to get something new. So it was like the lemon shrimp tacos. I cried. I've never in my life experienced this moment. I don't know if it was because I was starving. I don't know what it was, I had the taco and I was like, oh my! I said it out loud. People around me were laughing. I mean, I was like, oh shit, this is so good. Like I was like, and I wasn't high. I wasn't anything. It was just an all natural
That's how I
experience.
felt at Fogo, dude.
See,
Like
see, it
totally
reminded me of
earnest.
that. It's just, man. But yeah, if I ever
If
get a
you've never
chance, I'll try
cried
it.
over how delicious your food is, you haven't lived. Find some food that you'll cry over because of how delicious it is. Because
Yes.
you look at yourself and your life a little differently at that point, and things are
Mhm.
just good for the most
I agree.
part. Like, holy fuck, Russia's trying to start World War III over the Ukraine.
Good.
France is in riots.
Vive la
There's a whole.
France. Sorry.
They're fighting carbon taxes on diesel and high octane gas. Uh,
And what do we all say? Quote
Taxation
Alex.
is theft.
Exactly.
I support the validity of the state. Jesus Christ, don't bash me for being an ANCAP. I'm not.
Dude, something's
I can
going on out
accept
there.
I can accept taxes and the validity of the state,
Yeah.
but still acknowledge that if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, taxation is fucking theft. Strong-armed extortion by the government.
Um, not to interrupt you. My daughter's crying her eyes out right
Taxation is theft. On that,
That's probably
on
what it
that
is.
note, yeah. Every time,
All right.
every time. Ari's probably rolling her eyes out in the living room right now and
Oh
doesn't
my
know
gosh.
why. But yeah, that's a wrap this episode, guys. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Boom.